You've got a presentation to build. It needs to look good, it needs to be on brand, and you don't have all day. This is the complete guide to building presentations in Templafy, from the first blank slide to a finished deck that's ready to send. We'll cover every major feature in the order you'd actually use them. Use the chapters to jump to what you need or follow along from start to finish. Building a presentation used to mean starting from nothing and hoping for the best. Document Agent turns your prompt into a full deck on brand in minutes. The fastest way to go from idea to finished presentation is Document Agent, Templafy's AI-powered presentation builder. In PowerPoint, select Find Template and navigate to Create. Describe what you need. The more context, the better. You can also upload reference files, a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, an existing presentation, and Document Agent will use them to tailor your slides. The agent may ask a few follow-up questions before building. Answer them. It's your chance to refine the brief before anything gets created. Next, the agent suggests an outline. This is your chance to shape the structure before anything gets built, so it's worth taking a moment here. You can reorder slides, move sections around, add anything that's missing, or remove what doesn't fit. Think of it like agreeing on a plan before the work starts. When the structure looks right, click Create Presentation. From there, the agent takes over. It generates your slides, applying your company's layouts, images, and icons throughout. Once it's done, the presentation opens, structured, on brand, and ready to refine. Just remember to review before you share. But you're polishing at this point, not building from scratch. And if you need an extra slide after the fact, you don't need to start over. Just open the AI chat and describe what you're looking for. The agent might ask a question or two before it gets going. That's just it, making sure it understands what you need. Answer them, and it'll generate a slide that fits right into what you've already built. The result will match the rest of your presentation. That's Document Agent, AI that knows your brand. Next, how to start from a template when you already know what you need. If you'd rather start from an existing template, go to the Templafy task pane, select New Document, then Browse Template. You can also get here a couple of other ways. There's a shortcut in the ribbon at the top, and you'll find it in the Home menu too. All roads lead to the same place. Select a template, click Open in PowerPoint, and you have a pre-structured canvas with your company's fonts, colors, and layouts already applied. Dynamic templates go further. When you select one, Templafy prompts you with a form, and what you fill in drives the automation. Your slides might be personalized with your client's name, pulled straight from what you entered, no copy-pasting required. Some slides might be written by AI, generated specifically for this proposal, not recycled from the last one. You might see a chart or table already populated with real data. And depending on what services you selected, certain slides might be added in or left out entirely. How much happens automatically really depends on how your admins have set things up. Every template is a little different. How much is automated depends on how your admins have configured the template. Your structure is in place. Now let's fill it with assets your company has already approved without leaving PowerPoint. Whether you started with Document Agent or a template, you'll want to add more content as you go. Everything your organization has approved, slides, elements, images, is available right inside PowerPoint. Let's start with slides. In the task pane, you'll find the slide library. You may notice two types, individual slides and slide collections, which are groups of slides that belong together. Insert a collection and all its slides come in at once. Click the slide you want and it drops in right below your selected slide. You can also search for what you need. Templafy looks through keywords, tags, even the actual content on the slide, so you don't have to know exactly what it's called to find it. You'll also find slide elements in the library, icons, charts, graphs, and other visuals that drop straight onto the slide you're working on. The building blocks that make individual slides more engaging. And then there's images. Your company's approved image library right inside PowerPoint. Find the one you want, select a placeholder on your slide, click the image, resize if you need to, and click outside to lock it in place. As you're browsing, you can save any slide, element, or image as a favorite. Just click the star icon on the asset. And once you've built up your favorites, that star button at the top of the library filters everything down to just those. No browsing, no searching, your most used assets right there. It's a small thing, but if you're someone who reaches for the same slides or visuals regularly, it saves a surprising amount of time. Slides are in, content is there. Now let's refine the words, using AI that's safe to use without going outside your company's systems. Once your slides are in place, the AI assistant helps you make the content on them stronger. Select the text you want to work with, then choose a prompt. Your organization has set up the prompts you'll see, aligned with your brand's voice and guidelines. Say a slide is missing a title and the body text is too dense. Select the content, click Generate Title, and the AI suggests a strong header. Ask for alternatives if you want more options. Insert directly where your cursor is placed. Then select that dense body text and click Bullet It. The AI transforms your paragraph into clean bullet points. Click Use Text to insert. When you select text anywhere in PowerPoint, an AI assistant shortcut appears on screen where you can choose prompts without going to the task pane at all. If there's a task you keep doing manually that AI could handle, use Propose New Prompt to flag it to your admin team. The prompt library grows based on what people actually need. Your content is in place. Now comes the part that can eat hours in PowerPoint: formatting, aligning, perfecting every slide. That's exactly what ProductivityPlus is built to fix. ProductivityPlus is a suite of tools for the phase where you're making the presentation exactly what it needs to be, tidying up what's there, filling gaps, and building anything that's still missing. Let's start with Agenda. In the Templafy ribbon, click Agenda. Templafy creates an agenda layout and a first section to get you started. Add your section information, name, presenter, duration, and click Update. To add a new section, navigate to where that section begins in your presentation, click Add Section, fill in the details, and click Update. Repeat for as many sections as you need. And here's the best part. Drag and drop to reorder sections however you like. Click Update and your entire agenda reflects the new structure instantly. Section order, slide numbers, everything. And while we're talking about keeping things current, if your presentation needs live data, Excel linking has you covered. Open your Excel workbook, copy the data you want, switch to PowerPoint, and paste it. A link option appears. Click it, and the data is linked to your slide. Repeat for as many tables, cells, charts, or graphs as you need. To see all your active links in one place, go to the Templafy tab and select Links Overview. That's where you can update, refresh, or remove any link in your presentation. And when the source file gets updated, by you or a colleague, it doesn't automatically change in your presentation. You need to tell Templafy to pull in the latest version. Just click the linked elements and select Update. Latest numbers instantly. Templafy adds over 50 productivity tools directly into PowerPoint, organized into sections on the right-hand side of your screen. Here are a few that will change how you work. First, the Insert section gives you access to handy shortcuts to insert dynamic shapes. This is a great way to start your slide. With the color pane, conveniently located on the left-hand side, you have continuous access to the presentation's brand colors. As you add more shapes, can also use the Format Picker. Pick the size, position, or full formatting of any object and apply it to objects on this slide or completely different slides. But you don't have to stop there. With the Align section, you can designate a parent shape as your reference, select the others using the Select Similar Shapes button. Now you can align and distribute them instantly and evenly across your slide. What used to take minutes of manual nudging takes one click. When you resize a text box, the text normally stays the same size. With supersize applied, the text scales with the box. Simple, but once you've used it, you won't go back. Need to swap two objects on your slide? Select them both and click Swap. They exchange positions. That's it. Say you need footnotes. You add one, then realize you need another one earlier in the text. Templafy automatically updates the lettering, so they're always in the right order. Finally, comments and stickers let you collaborate with colleagues directly on your slides. Flag things for review or leaves notes. Either way, great for keeping feedback organized while you're still editing. There are over 50 tools in total. It's worth spending time exploring the panel yourself. And if you want the full walkthrough, we have a dedicated video covering everything ProductivityPlus can do. Your presentation is nearly done, but before you send it, run check. It catches the things you only notice once it's too late. Before your presentation goes out, run check. Navigate to the Templafy tab and select Check. It reviews every slide against your company's formatting and style standards, the things that are easy to miss when you're deep in a deck. Increase the sensitivity for a more thorough sweep. Warnings are shown slide by default. Switch to the type view to fix all instances of the same issue at once. Click Fix to resolve a warning. You can delete warnings or even undo something if you want to. What's great about this is how much it catches. Misaligned objects, inconsistent punctuation, off-brand colors. The kind of errors that can make your presentation look unpolished before it even reaches your audience. Your deck is clean and on brand. Let's get it out the door. Once Check has done its job, your presentation is ready to go out. In the Templafy task pane, select Export Document. You can save or share the full presentation or only select slides. To save, select Save As and pick where you want it to land on your computer. You can save it as a PowerPoint file or export it as a PDF, whichever works best for your situation. And if you want to send it directly by email, select Send and Templafy prepares an email with your document already attached. That's the full Templafy workflow in PowerPoint. You started with a brief, built a structured deck, filled it with approved content, polished the copy, kept your data live, checked everything against brand, and sent it. In the time it used to take just to find the right template,